The death toll in Florida jumped again today, and hundreds of thousands are still without power tonight as crews desperately search for victims trapped in their homes. And today, for the first time, our crews made it to Pine Island, which is cut off from the mainland and without water or power. Residents are telling us about the terror they faced when Ian came ashore as a Category 4 hurricane. Before and after pictures show an unrecognizable coastline. Home after home wiped out. Rebuilding could take years. In hard-hit Lee County, there are mounting questions now about whether authorities waited too long to order an evacuation. Ian will likely turn out to be one of the costliest storms on record. One insurance industry estimate puts the damage around $60 billion. Long lines for gas in some places, the wait time more than 2 hours. President Biden plans to visit hurricane-ravaged Puerto Rico tomorrow and Florida this Wednesday as forecasters track two more threats in the Atlantic. ABC's senior meteorologist Rob Marciano leads off our coverage tonight from Fort Myers.
Tonight, the death toll rising to at least 85 nationwide as crews desperately search for survivors 4 days after Hurricane Ian's catastrophic strike on Florida. Helicopter crews plucking survivors off rooftops and saving pets. More than 2,300 people rescued so far, with more being pulled off the barrier islands by boat. We jumped on a volunteer boat, ferrying residents and aid to hard-hit Pine Island. Once home to 9,000 residents, the Causeway Bridge washed out, cutting them off from the mainland. At the drop-off dock, we meet a group of trauma nurses and retired military volunteering to help however they can.
It's a calling, it's not a job. So whenever a need arises, you got to be there for your people.
We all hitch a ride in a pickup, and while en route to the worst neighborhoods,
someone got in a wreck, and this woman needed some medical attention. We had paramedics. We're getting her to a more secure facility.
The woman was bleeding badly, but she'll be okay.
Team 6, I'm in Team 6.
Here, I got some water for you.
Our local driver spots a man needing water, now trying to leave after riding out the hurricane.
The evacuation orders came pretty quickly before the storm because it changed track.
Right. So nobody really had a chance to get all their stuff together and go anyway.
Joe Conforti rode the storm out here, recalling the horror of a 10-foot wall of water, fighting back tears.
The water just kept pounding the house, and we watched boats, houses, we watched everything just go flying by. We've lost so much at this point, so we appreciate you guys being here.
This is the most southern tip of Pine Island, which got the worst of Ian's surge and wind. Many people decided to stay and ride out the storm. Most of them want to stay now, but many, for good reason, have agreed to leave.
Tonight, questions mounting over whether authorities ordered evacuations soon enough. FEMA pressed today.
The storm itself was fairly unpredictable in the days leading up to landfall. As soon as they knew that they were in that threat zone, made the decisions to evacuate and get people to safety.
Officials in Lee County, where at least 42 people were killed, the most in the state, defending their decisions.
I stand 100% with my county commissioners, my county manager. We did what we had to do at the exact same time. I wouldn't have changed anything. And I know, being in those meetings from the very minute, this storm was very unpredictable.
The mayor of Fort Myers saying the county acted responsibly.
Warnings for hurricane season start in June. And so there's a degree of personal responsibility here. I think the county acted appropriately. The thing is that a certain percentage of people will not heed the warnings regardless.
Some tough questions for officials today. Let's get right to Rob Marciano in hard-hit Fort Myers. And Rob, why was it such a challenge for officials in some of the hardest-hit counties to issue those emergency orders?
Well, Lindsay, on the weather side, there's no question this was a tough forecast. Matter of fact, the National Hurricane Center was stressing the lack of confidence, the uncertainty from the very day the storm was conceived to when it made landfall. So this was a challenge for forecasters, for decision makers, and for residents on when to take action. All that said, we still have issues. We still have challenges here. Our drone shot shows you just one of many neighborhoods damaged by the wind and still surrounded by water, even after 4 days of perfect weather, some of the most cooperative weather I've ever seen. But we do have more action in the tropics. A couple of disturbances out there in the middle of the Atlantic, heading in the general direction of the U.S., but many, many days to come for us to watch these. Lindsay?
Still 2 months left in hurricane season. Rob, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.